Okay, here's a more tricky question in which we'll use the formula for the angle between two lines, but it's not as clear cut as the last one. Okay, this one says find the equation of two lines passing through the point 2, 3, which make an angle of 45 degrees with this line here, x minus 2y equals 1. So I've sketched it out here. So the red line is our x minus 2y equals 1. And we have two lines in black, and they each make a 45 degree angle with the red line. And they also both pass through the point 2, 3. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And what we're asked to find then is the equation of this line and the equation of this line. So to find the equation, we need a point on a line. We have it here. So we have the point, both lines pass through that point, so that point is on both lines. And we need the slope. We don't have the slope. The only thing is, we do have the slope of this red line, the one they both pass through. Or we can find it anyway, we can find it easily. I'll do it here. So if we just use the y equals mx plus c formula, we will get, that's 2y equals x plus 1, and there's an invisible 1 there, and divide by 2 across, get y equals half x plus a half. So the slope of that is a half. Okay, so we have the slope of one line, we don't have the slope of the other. But we do have the angle between those two lines. It's 45 degrees. We therefore should be able to use our angle between two lines formula. Tan of theta equals m1 minus m2 all over 1 plus m1 multiplied by m2. Okay. Now why should we be able to use that? Because that formula is essentially an equation when I start filling things in. I know what tan theta is, it's 45 degrees. I know what the slope of m1 is. I'm going to call this m1. So I know what the slope of that is, it's a half. Now I don't know the slope of m2. I do know the 1 obviously, plus m1, which is a half again, multiplied by m2. Now look here, I have an equation, one equation, and I have one unknown, m2. That's the only thing I don't know. I should be able to solve that. So let's go. By the way, I just need to put in the plus minus into my formula. Sorry about that. Right. Well, tan of 45 is 1 equals plus minus. We have a half minus m2. We have 1 plus a half multiplied by m2. There's a lot of halves there. If I could multiply top and bottom by 2, I'd get rid of those halves. And I can do that. Okay, we'll just prove it here to you. 8 equals 16 over 2. Yeah, that's correct. If I multiply the top by 2, I get 32. If I multiply the bottom by 2, I get 4. 32 over 4 is still 8. Okay, so as long as I do the same to both top and bottom, I'm fine. So I multiply everything on the bottom by 2 and everything on the top by 2, and I get 1 minus 2 and 2, 2 plus 1 and 2. Okay. We don't need that 1. 1 and 2 is just m2. Now think of this as just one entity really. Okay. If I can divide the right hand side, if I can multiply the right hand side by 2 plus m2, well then I will get rid of this. And that would be great. But if I do it to one side, I must do it to the other. So I'll do that. I'm going to multiply the right hand side by 2 plus m2, and I'll be left with 1 plus 2 m2. I have the 1 over here, but now I multiply that by 2 plus m2, and I will get 2 plus m2 over here. That will leave me with 2 plus m2 equals 1 minus 2 m2. If I bring my m2s to one side, I'll have this m2 that's already here plus 2 m2, and that equals 1 minus 2. m2 and 2m2 is 3 m2s, and 3 m2s is minus 1, so divide by 3 on both sides. So m2 equals minus a third. That's one answer. Okay, that's when I had this as a plus. Okay, I left a plus there. Now let's take the minus version of it. So we have 1 equals minus 1 minus 2m2. Sorry about that. No. We have 1, 2 plus m2 equals minus 1 minus 2m2. Okay, so if you're wondering where I'm getting that, there is that using the plus version, and that's that using the minus version. Okay, so we have 2 plus m2 equals minus 1 plus 2m2. So that would be minus m2. Okay, so if we bring our, I'll do it in steps rather than rushing. So we have m2 over here minus 2m2 when I bring it across equals minus 1 minus 2 when I bring the numbers across. I'm left with minus m2 equals minus 3. So m2 equals 3. I have two answers. Okay. Those two answers are the slopes of these. Okay. One of their slopes is minus a third. The other one of their slopes is 3. I don't care which is which. It doesn't matter to me. All I know is one of them has a slope of minus a third and the other has a slope of 3. I want to find the equation. The point they both pass through is 2, 3. Okay. So we're sticking with both lines. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. That's our equation of a line formula. There's x1, y1. So y minus 3 equals, now the slope here is minus a third, x minus 2. If I multiply the right side by the 3, so I multiply everything here by the 3 and everything here by the minus 1. So we get 3y minus 9 equals minus x plus 2. Bring everything to one side. We have x minus 2 plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. And just tidy it up then. X plus 3y minus 11 equals 0. And then the other line, y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Y minus again 3 equals, the slope this time is 3, x minus 2. That's y minus 3 equals 3x minus 6. And just tidy this up, minus 3x plus y minus 3 plus 6 equals 0. So we have minus 3x plus y plus 3 equals 0. And we hate starting off with a minus, so we'll change the signs the whole way across. Okay. And there's our two equations of those two lines. Okay. That's it, thank you.